Welcome. It's Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of The Extra Point. P.O. Colton, Tasha T. Sizzle, Michigan Michael Hasso in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I missed the memo that this was a Paisley Park affair with the bright Easter colors. Nobody told me. I would have brightened up everybody's day as well. I mean, I would have put on some bright colors. They got me out here looking like I'm in. You know what? Let's.
I mean, you can continue to culturally appropriate the Houston Oilers and could have put that baby blue Titans jersey on, which was disrespectful. You could have did
that. Right. Speaking of disrespectful, the 49ers and the Titans actually clash a little bit later on this evening. I will be watching that. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you on board. We got plenty to get into, so let's get to it. Team USA, let's start over in Paris, shall we? Team USA, they will be playing for the gold in a couple of hours against France in what we call a true road game. It's going to be kind of like Rocky and Rocky IV on Christmas out there in Russia fighting Drago. So we got Team USA going off and playing for the gold after narrowly escaping a catastrophe, a disaster against Serbia and Nikola Jokic on Thursday, overcoming a 17-point deficit, 13 points in the fourth quarter to squeak out a victory. Mike, let's start with you. You better lead off today. What would we be talking about right now if Serbia would have held on and won that game?
How America choked, how the world is up to par with USA in basketball. I mean, we always knew that they had talent and it's going up, but if they beat this team, we'd be like, oh, okay, well, it looks like the world might be better than us. On another suit, I mean, we've always known that the world plays better as a team because they've been playing with each other for 20 years or whatever it is. You also have to talk about the coaching, like Kerr, like, come on, man. Like, he's been getting a lot of heat already with not playing certain players and playing certain players. So he would have got a lot of heat as well. It was a lot of messy basketball. Tasha was talking about Steph Curry. The world was talking about Steph Curry. He definitely showed up. He wasn't the problem. It was the sloppy defense, the sloppy passes. Like, it was just getting out of hand. But finally, everyone woke up in the fourth, so that's good.
Good morning, Christina. Shouts out to the great state of Georgia. Tasha, do you think Jaylen Brown was rooting for Serbia? Do you think he was ready to hit send on his Twitter account?
I mean, you had a bunch of Denver Nuggets fans that was rooting for him, so I don't see why not. I don't think he would be that petty. Y'all think he would be that petty?
Mike, I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're lacking a dog there. Like, you see how they were playing that defense, the first through third. Like, come on now.
But the thing is, what I noticed, because I actually went back and watched the game. This is what I was doing yesterday. I went back and watched the game. Remember, I was asking you what the symbol meant when he was doing that to Melo, because I missed that. So I actually went back and watched the entire game. And then it had me thinking back to some of the other games that I watched. It's almost as if the USA basketball team is taking this as the all-star game. They're not taking this seriously. They feel like they can just go out there and just turn it up when they want to, but you're not playing against, just regular people. These people, this is their one time to shine. They want to be seen. Winning a gold in some of these countries means a lot more than it does to us. Like, they get money, they get houses. I know Paulino, the Dominican runner who won the gold in the 400, she got like 19 million Dominican pesos, which is a little over $300,000 US, which is a lot of money here. Those people are playing for something other than just say, I won the gold medal, take the photo with it in my teeth. They're playing for more. And the USA is just out here feeling like they can just coast. And playing France today, I don't think you're going to be able to coast.
That's a true road game, and France has been putting in work. They benched Rudy Gobert and basically made it the Victor Wembanyama show. And if you're the league and you're globalizing the game and one of your young international superstars puts in work against the Avengers and knocks off the USA today, that would be an abstract disaster for the USA. Tasha, I want to get your thoughts on that as well. What are we talking about this morning if USA loses to Serbia on Thursday?
You can't go get the pros because that's what y'all did in '88 after they came home with the bronze when John Thompson was coaching that team.
Shouts out to John Thompson.
R.I.P. John Thompson. So what are you going to do after that? Are you going to have a different vetting process? Are you not going to continue to put these older players like LeBron? Why are you there? KD, why are you there? Like Steph, why are you there? Some of these guys have accomplished so much. It's time to get that young, because you see Anthony Edwards is hungry out there. You need to get some real ballers who are hungry, who may, if not just playing for the goal, just to be petty. They want to play to be petty. That's what you need. You need more hungrier players than guys who are just out here just taking it casual.
Yeah. Right. Now, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just saying, yeah. And I think if you look at, because I'm all about script, like, okay, well, what would make the most money here? What would make the most money here is France winning. Mm-hmm. And then we talk about the next 4 years about, okay, we're not doing this right. Let's revamp. They start doing practices every summer for just the American team, if you make it or not. On that last fourth year, you decide if you actually make it. But for 90% of these players, they were already playing together for, the 4 years. And now everybody wants to watch this rebound team, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if France won, but I hope it doesn't happen. I mean,
do you go back the route of getting the college players, or what do you like? What would you do? What do you do?
I agree with you. I think we get the young NBA talented upcomers who haven't won a gold yet, who have that fight. Like you said, Anthony Edwards. You put a couple of the Celtics players on there that didn't get in. At this point, everyone else is talking politics anyways. Like, I'd rather have a dog on the team that wants to randomly talk about politics and, be like, all right, well, let's go win this gold. At this point,
Well, I like to harken back to last year's FIBA World Team that didn't have KD, didn't have Steph, didn't have LeBron, didn't have AD, didn't have Embiid. They didn't even medal.
Right.
They got smoked. That's why they had to go get LeBron and KD and Steph and those guys. And let's be clear, without KD and Steph and LeBron, they're playing for the bronze today. Those three turned up and turned out that game in the fourth quarter. They literally won that game.
But like I was saying early, they are taking it too casually. Like, maybe it's, your turn. Like how KD got off in the first game. Then you had LeBron getting off, and then it was Steph's turn to get off. But you can't do that with some of these hungrier teams who, when really winning a gold medal means more to them than just a photo op.
But to Paul's point, they kind of can, because that's what they did. They turned it on.
Yeah.
I agree with you, though. I would like to see them turn it on in the second half, maybe the start of the third. That'd be a little bit easier. Starting with 5 minutes left in the fourth, that's a little uneasy.
That was too traumatic on me. Let's not do that again today. Do you think that because of what happened and because they played around with their food, as you two alluded to earlier, and absolutely correct in that they won't do that today against France? They'll just go in there and just take Wemby on up out of there.
It's going to be a roller coaster. I think they'll start off hot. I think they'll die down around the second and third and then come back in the fourth.
Tasha, do you see this being a blowout, or do you think that the Team USA is vulnerable?
I think I'm not going to ever say Team USA when you got KD, you got LeBron, you got all that talent. I'm not going to ever say they're vulnerable, but I don't necessarily see this maybe being a blowout. It may be a better game than what we all think.
I'm hoping for theatrics today. I don't want to see it like the women's side where we're up 30 at halftime and now you can go ahead and start doing your laundry and doing all that stuff. I do want to see some drama and some intrigue. And let's just keep it real. Jokic is the type of player that's going to neutralize. He's been giving those players business over in the States. Yeah. So they perfectly crafted a team of shooters around him to where you have to hedge or double, or else he's going to cook you in the paint and get your big men fouled out. And then they were hitting their threes every time they tried to hedge. It was a brilliant game.
Shout out to him. What do you have, like a triple double in the bronze win? So over Germany, and that's a good Germany team. So yeah,
Germany does have a good team with the Wagner boys and with Dennis Schroeder and all. So
Christian was did Dirk go watch his team play?
yeah, Dirk was there. Dirk was sitting next to Melo in that game where Bogey was sitting with
against Germany. Dirk is German.
Yeah, Dirk. Yeah, Germany.
Was he at the Germany game? Because I didn't see no clips of him sitting down for the Germany game.
Yeah, he was there. He was there watching Germany.
He's been watching the matches. Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks like he can still play. So let me end with a question, and this could be rhetorical if you guys don't want to answer that, because I'm really asking the Goon Squad. So if 92 was the dream team and 2008 was the redeemed team, is this year's team the king team?
No,
stop that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make this rhetorical because I didn't want to do this to them right here on live on the air. But how can it not be the king team when LeBron James is leading Team USA in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage
and turnovers too?
Let me say that again.
Who are they? Who did they talk about in this last game?
Steph. Was it Steph? Now, shouts out to Adam. He said, 08, don't hate. Now, you know LeBron was the king on that team as well. LeBron James on the best team in the world with the best players.
This is not the king team, honey. I don't know what.
No, good morning, first. He said, thank God for KD.
Thank you, Farrah. It would be the king team if after every game, the headliner was LeBron James went off for such and such and such and such. That's not happening.
LeBron James is the only player in Olympic history to have multiple triple doubles. He had a triple double against Serbia.
Okay, so you want to throw that stat out, but you don't want to throw the stat out that KD leads up. This the all-time leading scorer, and when he wins this gold, he's going to have the most gold medals of any basketball player. You don't want to put that in there.
I can put that in there, but that's because LeBron sat out in 2012 and 2016.
You can't say this is the king. If this was the king team, every headline would start off with LeBron James. Every headline is not starting off with LeBron James.
Who was holding the flag?
Who had the flag the last game when it counted?
LeBron James took Anthony Davis off of Nikola Jokic in the closing minutes of that game, and he guarded Nikola Jokic. LeBron James is leading the team in points with KD on the team, with Steph on the team, with Anthony Edwards on the team. He's leading the team in rebounds with Joel Embiid on the team, with Anthony Davis on the team, with Bam Adebayo on the team. He's leading the team in assists with Steph Curry on the team, with Devin Booker on the team. He's the odds-on favorite to be the FIBA MVP. And I just wanted to throw that out there because Farrah says that LeBron had cold shoulders at the end of the game. Y'all didn't see the last 2 minutes when he was grabbing the rebounds going coast to coast. You have a question? Answer your question. But she said, thank God for KD. Did you all know that KD had 0 points going into the fourth quarter on 0 for 6 shooting? I'm just saying, this is not even a MJ versus LeBron debate. I'm not even going to get into that because we've already drawn our lines in the sand on that. I'm just wondering, why is it so hard for y'all to just say that King James at the age of 39, being the best player on the international stage, is such a shocker? Why are you shocked? The King team. Mike?
No.
King team? King team? No?
No.
It ain't. Okay. Who's that best player on this team right now?
You see, we're not answering because
if it's not the king team, who's the best player on the team?
With this team, it's not about the best player on the team. Every player is stepping up when they need to step up. That is my point. You can't say this is the king team when everyone is doing what they need to do in order to win. LeBron didn't win that game yesterday.
Triple-double.
But he didn't win the game. He did not win the game. And the game, like when we was joking and saying that, that KD was point shaving, KD caused a crucial turnover. You can't just say that game was a LeBron James game. It's a
I didn't say it was a LeBron James game.
You can't say it's a LeBron James team when this team is actually a cumulative effort of players coming together. He's not just strictly dominating all the headlines by himself. So he's
leading in every statistical category. Good morning, AP Colton.
But who are they talking about? Who are they talking about?
Who is they? The media?
Who are they talking about?
Steph Curry.
Thank you.
Steph Curry, he had 36 points, one shy of Carmelo Anthony's Olympic record. He had 9 threes.
If it was the King team, every headline after every game would immediately start off talking about what LeBron did. It is always another player, then LeBron James did this. Every headline,
AP, I knew that she said Steph Curry. Yes, Steph Curry had a great game. Where was he the other 4 games? He was averaging less than 5 points a game the other 5 games.
That's why it's Team USA.
It's the King team. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James at age 39, still the best player in the world. I didn't make this stuff up.
You reaching.
I'm rewatching the game. Ladies and gentlemen, they would rather eat a blue jean jacket with no water than to admit that LeBron James is still a great player at age 39.
No one said he wasn't.
Yeah, no one said that.
Say he wasn't a great player, so don't be sitting up in line putting words in our mouth. We did not say LeBron James was not a great player. We said it is not the King team. That's different.
Yeah.
They are playing their roles, and every king has a court. Every king has a court, Farrah. Now, Farrah, I heard you cuss somebody out on your show. Make sure y'all watched Our Take. Because
I caught it last week after ours went off. I was very entertained.
They come on right after us. It's like Get Up and First Take. I mean, there's nowhere for you to go. You got 2 hours of wall-to-wall sports coverage. Farrah is doing great in the driver's chair. But I heard you cuss somebody out last week, Farrah, for talking about MJ. So we know where you slanted at. This is all MJ related. We're not talking about MJ today. It's the King's moment.
Nobody brought up
when it mattered, AP.
Ain't nobody brought up GOAT Jordan but you. You know, Mike and I did, nor Farrah said anything.
But that's where this is where this is coming from. I just want them to release it, like King James, Savannah James, Bronny James, the first family of sports. Savannah, if he forever for any reason decide to go in another direction, I'll sign a prenuptial and all of that. Now, from one GOAT to another, y'all can make that go whoever you want. From one GOAT to another. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's check out what Joe. He said USA needs to win by 70, firmly reassuring our dominance in the sport. Nice chain, by the way, Mr. Shelton. Now, if they just get out the way and let LeBron do what LeBron does.
Joe, you need to send that to your girl.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, you're going to the game tonight, by the way, to watch them play them Titans. Now let's go to another potential GOAT. Track superstar Noah Lyles.
Yes.
He was running in the 200 meter, and he really had a chance to reach GOAT status because no American athlete had won the gold in the 100 and the 200 since Carl Lewis did it back in the 80s. So Mr. Lyles was flirting with history, and he could have definitely been the GOAT of this generation had he pulled it off. He did not. He finished with the bronze medal, only to find out later that he disclosed that he ran with COVID. Now, real quick before I get to you two on that, because I'm dying to get your thoughts on that. Me and Mike were watching this show at an eating establishment. We were watching this race in an eating establishment on Thursday. And since they ain't cutting no check, we ain't going to say where. But me and Mike were having lunch. We were waiting on Team USA to play. And we look up and say, oh, Noah's about to run in the 200-meter finals. I didn't touch another piece of food on my plate. Did I, Mike?
No, when you were about to fight some dude, too.
I was about to fight an African.
I didn't tell that.
I was about to fight an African at the buffet.
He was laughing at Lyles. That's why.
And I wasn't with it. We're we're not doing that today. Now let me bring this picture down because I don't want to cover up my host with the comments. Good morning, Miss Hastings, and thank God you here because we about to fight on this show and it ain't even 9:30. Why was Noah hugging his competitors knowing he had?
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Big hugs too.
Hey Pete, no. Hey, he was doing the old 80s rub too.
Whispering in the ears and everything.
But I found this to what Mama Culture just said. Lyles said he woke up in the middle of the night Monday with chills, a sore throat, and his body aching. He recognized the symptoms having had COVID before. A test early Tuesday confirmed he had it. He moved into a hotel so he wouldn't expose others and began taking Paxlovid, an antiviral medication that accelerates recovery. So you moved out of to separate yourself. But you out after you hugging and kissing, and why are you even around people?
Like, there is so much to unpack here, and Farrah says Mr. Lyles' is butt hurt. He had a mask on for 2 days before the race. Then he ran out like the man lost. Now he's sick and fall out. Anything for clout. Oh, your show gonna be spicy today. I gotta make sure I'm ready for that.
Because our friend of the show, Jamie Winborn, posted a clip of him running out, doing all that extra jumping around and doing all of this. So you had energy to do all that, but you didn't have energy to close. I mean, if he had COVID, okay, him being able to win the bronze under those circumstances, like everyone said, that is an amazing feat.
Okay, so right there. Okay, you just led me right into my question that I have right here for Tasha. Y'all, it says Tasha right here. It literally does. It says Tasha. Is a COVID bronze the equivalent of a gold?
No. I said I was going to say it was a good accomplishment for him to even finish and get the bronze, seeing how he had COVID, so he says. But
Tasha, you think he's lying? Mike, you think he's making up that he has COVID?
Making it up. I don't know. I mean, because they're all saying that everyone knew that he had it, and
right,
blah blah.
But why wasn't that disclosed? I mean, they're saying now COVID is not, COVID when it first hit in 2020.
Right. I mean, MJ had a flu game, so.
Right. MJ had a flu game, and he
was hungover off them strippers and that yak with them yellow eyes.
Okay, well, if you're going to say that, then yeah, he made it up.
But you saw the outcome.
Right. I didn't say he didn't eat.
What happened? He didn't pull up third.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know. Yeah. I didn't say that he didn't cook. I'm just saying it wasn't no pizza, y'all. Let's stop that. That man was out there drunk.
Question, I don't know. I think I don't know if it was already in the. I don't know. This is just like the biggest.
Yeah.
She doesn't say give her a quick recap.
I think it's an excuse.
Like, I mean, they're saying he had it. I mean, I don't know, because this is his event. Why would he be scared to run his, because that's his? So
right. It was the 100 meter that was the surprise that he won the gold in, because that's not his natural race that he competes in. He was doing that to pull the duo and match Carl Lewis and go down in Olympic lore for the United States. The 200 was a foregone conclusion. Now, I did read on the ESPN article that the Olympic Committee confirmed that he did take some medication. And Mama, I know you probably know the name of it, how to spell it, because he had to go through the Olympic Committee to make sure that he wasn't putting anything in his body that would disqualify him from Thursday's race. So there's medical records that he did receive treatment. My question is, why would the Olympic Committee let him race with COVID if they knew?
That's what I'm saying. Like Mike said, Mike was like, he don't think he's telling the truth, because no matter what treatment or whatever they have for COVID, you can't risk infecting other people. You had players sent home in 2021 from Tokyo because they had COVID. It's still out there a lot that we don't know about COVID. They're saying, oh, it's more like just a seasonal flu now. That is dangerous, because what if you did infect someone who has some sort of underlying issue and then they die? And then here you go suing the IOC, the IOCC. I mean, yeah, the IOC.
Good morning, Shamika Nicole. Now the Goon Squad is split. Melanie says she agrees with Mike. AP Coulter says, I think he had it. Those Olympic officials don't play. Good morning, Mark.
I'm not saying he didn't have it. I'm saying that it's an excuse, because, like, hypothetically, let's say he wins the gold, he wouldn't have told anybody until the end anyways. Like, you could have just let it pass. Like, he's saying, I didn't win because I had this. That's an excuse.
Now, this is a great counterpoint. Folks don't take that virus serious anymore.
They don't.
Even if you had COVID, they be like, okay, well, a lot of people don't even think it's real.
I mean, it's the fact that I saw people, some of the ushers and all those other people, after they win the events, they were wearing masks. I saw a few people in the stands wearing masks. So you can't play with COVID, because we still don't know how it's still affecting people.
That's the bigger story than whether or not Lyles is using it as an excuse, because I personally applaud him for going out and running sick. If Jordan can have the flu game, damn it, he can have the COVID race. And that's not a shot at Jordan.
No one is saying he can't have a COVID race, but that should have been, like you said, after he hugging and dapping, like, no. But you did see how the USA basketball trolled him and was like, we don't play for bronze.
Okay. So Shamika says the story they told us is that they mitigated the risk because he was outside racing and not indoors. And his track teammates did say that they were surprised to see him with a mask on during practice Tuesday and Wednesday leading.
Then why was he hugging everybody?
The hell, the race is over now. He about to go home. like what you, or at least that's what the leading authority from Vanderbilt said when interviewed. Now we know Vanderbilt. I'm gonna believe that. I can't see that, Tasha. What's that say?
Oh, that's the USA basketball, and it said we don't play for bronze. Remember he was trolling, saying that NBA players don't win a world championship.
Mm-hmm.
He did, and then he went out and won the race that deems you the fastest man in the world. Like the 200 is cool, but when you win the 100-meter race in the Olympics, you are deemed the fastest man in the world.
So USA basketball is basically trolling him because
USA basketball is trolling him, but he does have a point. We said a couple of weeks ago, I believe that me and Mike agreed that it would be nice to see the NBA champion play the FIBA international champion and a winner take all for the world title. I mean, boxing unifies titles all the time. So I think that what he did was calculated to get his name in the press because ultimately he wants to be a global superstar like the basketball.
But that's not going to really winning that gold would have got his name more in the press. I mean, but let's not be
racing with COVID got us talking more than him just winning the gold.
No, because if he would have won that gold, we would have been talking way more about him pulling off that double-double than him having COVID. And on top of that, he does have asthma. He suffers from asthma. Yeah. So again, if
I like Noah Lyles.
I mean, we're not saying we don't like him. You put the topic out there and we discussed it.
Mm-hmm. You see, this is what happened when I bring up LeBron. Now everything is feathery, touchy. All I said was I like the guy. I didn't say y'all didn't like the guy. That fool had asthma in his young life.
Yeah, I agree with your mom.
He should have told the press he was running with that virus. Now, according to Lyles and his trainer, he said that he didn't want to give that information to his competitors, but I'm still wondering how the Olympic Committee did not make him sit out that race because they knew what medicine he was being administered because he had to disclose that to the Olympic Committee to make sure he wasn't for when they did the pre-race testing. So my brother thinks he's lying because he lost, but either way, I don't think he should have been out there racing and putting others at risk. That was selfish. To that, I say this, Shamika. 2020, this come around once every 4 years. I've seen people come to work with COVID in 9-to-5 jobs because they didn't want to burn their PTO. They was like, no, I got some time saved up. Y'all ain't gonna burn my PTO. I'm gonna come to work and all y'all MFers gonna get sick.
And I'm down here with a country full of people who kept saying they had colds when they had COVID because they didn't want to go get tested.
At my old job before we were acquired by a company that actually gives us sick days, they were snatching people's PTO for COVID. You know how many days you have to sit out with COVID? That wipe your whole vacation out.
Right, that's your whole vacation.
Right, so people were throwing up to work dead.
I think it was irresponsible for him to. Again, no one's taken away. If he had COVID on top of him, like I said, having asthma, for him to win bronze under those circumstances is amazing. It's just totally amazing. My issue comes with the irresponsibility of having it.
Martrice called him a one-man super spreader. I wonder if now he has his beautiful young lady over there in Paris with him. But can you imagine if he was in that Olympic Village doing his thug thizzle, wipe out the whole French team, wipe them out. That doesn't make it right, P. Culture. It's self-serving. Now look, I didn't say it was right. Like Stephen A. Smith says, I don't say I agree. I say I understand. Because I'll be damned if I'm that close to goal. I'm like, Mike, give me a Sudafed. I'm about to go out here and race these fools. Give me a BC powder and let me do my thing.
Give me some emergency real quick. You know,
not the emergency.
But Denise, now high five to you all the way in that. She says some people in the comments acting like they didn't go to work with COVID, knowing it or not. You're right. Like, right. Because I wanted to go home and see my mama for Christmas, so I went on to work. I did. What y'all gonna do about it? You can't go back and retroactively take it. We got sick days now, so I ain't got to worry about that. Folk be lying about having it. I work with bus. Mama.
You know what?
Mama.
Yeah.
Right. This is why I work at home, because these fools not gonna have me out here with COVID shaking my head. Yeah, it's something told me that this topic was going to ignite a fire, and good conversations on both sides. My thing is, if you get out there and race, it's just like football. I don't want to hear about your sprained ankle if you suit up and play. If you suit up and play and we lose, we lost. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. So Noah, if you get out, I don't really want to hear about you having COVID. You could have put that in your memoir. Or you could have put that in Sprint Part 2 when they do the next Netflix series on that. I don't want to hear that. You did all this talking about winning the gold and you didn't. I would much rather you said, y'all, I got COVID, I can't race, and then we call you a sucker than for you to go out there and lose. He should have raced with his mask on. Right. Mama said buzzes. Don't get her started.
I can't.
She's back in the office, man, and she is off the chain. Now, one last thing on the Olympics real quick. Have y'all been watching the breakdance?
No, I didn't watch it until you were like, man, you need to go watch this.
Goon Squad. My G Feezies over there. Have y'all been watching the breakdancing in the Olympics? Is it called breakdancing? Like, I wish that I was able to share the reel that Mike sent me when it says my 6-year-old saying, watch this, and that girl squirming around like a fish out of water. It was like I don't know what this move is. Now, we used to break dance back in the day, but the way he came out jumping and getting hype don't look like he was sick. Michael, you're going to get us right back in the end of this one. Good morning to you, Mike, and shouts out to your Bears. And stay out of people's face. Right, that was the part.
I can't see it.
Why you slow dancing and stuff?
I can find the video. You want me to find it, you know? Now,
Farrah said breakdancing broke my heart. See if you can locate that, Mike, while we fussing and discussing this morning. No, this was... She says, no, where are my people? Mama, y'all need
to. That's my whole point. Breakdancing originated in New York, in one of them boroughs. I'm not getting ready to start saying stuff. But you saw black and white people out there in a back alley spinning on a piece of cardboard.
No, and that's why I chose to say hip hop yesterday and not anything cultural, because some of the original break-in movie starred a white woman who got out there and she was popping and locking, handling her business.
Like I said, she didn't work that hard for Turbo and Ozone for that Australia lady to get out there and make a mockery of the dance. And that's
right. So this is not race related. And Christina said Australia's getting destroyed on TikTok.
She is. That's the video I sent you. She's a 35, 36-year-old school teacher who decided, hey, I'm just going to get out here and try out for my Australia, because they're not breakdancing in Australia.
Miss Hastings, get you some popcorn. Is it too early for popcorn? Get you some popcorn. Out there looking like fish bait, trying to get on the hook. No, like it was the whatever that toe touch, the squirm on the ground, y'all. There are some kids right now on the train in New York that could have came out there and represented. And please understand when I say this. I am happy for the people who got to go to Paris. They got to compete on the Olympic stage. They got to get their moment in the sun. But that is not break dance.
Like, I need to know, how did you qualify? Did you have to audition?
Where was the Olympic trials for the U.S.?
I got where you. Was that?
So yeah, like Turbo and Ozone. Wasn't out there with that broom dancing in front of that store.
Here we go. Mike with the win. Producer Mike with the win. Now, let's go. Here we go with the. Okay, that wasn't a full tuck. That was the catch me, I'm falling.
They said a fucking clown out here.
she's boogieing, y'all. She's boogieing.
He said a 36-year-old fucking clown.
Talking to some more this show. How did the wannabes make an Olympic team? Mama, be nice.
I need to go back and research this, because this is, when they said breaking, first of all, I thought it was stupid. How do you not have baseball and softball in the Olympics, but you have damn breakdancing? So I thought that it was really like, yeah, that's my thing. I need to go back and research this, how the tryouts were held, who determined who got picked.
I've seen a trend of this, though. I don't know if y'all have watched, I know this group has watched a lot of the Olympics this year. But I've seen some like bad pole vaults. I've seen some even gymnastics. I'm like, what was the tryouts on this one? And then I'm thinking, I guess if other country's asking, we need some people to participate. I guess I'm gonna show up and get my chance to win $1 million. You know,
should not be an Olympic sport. I think it's a mockery, and I will go out here and say cultural appropriation, not for black versus white, but for an American culture. That is an American style of dance.
It was born in America, but the Asians have really perfected that as well. Like you go over to Japan and Korea and stuff, they have some really good breakdancing
in Asia, but for the United States not to have a team, like you said, it's some brothers on the subway in New York that's swinging on the poles and moonwalking upside down on the roof in the subway.
Y'all, I promise you,
it was embarrassing.
I could have flown over last night across the pond, competed today, and came home with at least a bronze. I would have came home with it because I would have popped and locked my. Fred Berry is rolling over in his grave. Boogaloo Shrimp, he's not pleased. This is a shamockery of the highest proportion, but I don't know if it was Michael Tasha that said it was like, well, that was the women. Maybe the men will be better. But that spasm she had on the floor. Let's not.
She did the full tuck and everything.
Right. This move was the one I can't get over with.
Mike, you got a pool. I don't know how dirty your pool has been, but like over here, when they build pools, they just put the water in there before they actually go in there and clean it and start to get it going. You see all these little things swimming in it. That's what she was doing. She was like one of them things to be swimming in the pool.
Did you say that she was a spermite looking for an ovary?
That's what she looked like.
Look who showed up. Look who's come out of the bat cave.
Hey, Justin.
Justin is in the house. Kansas City. Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, great Subway. I said Subway. You got me still thinking about the damn breakdance.
I was hungry. Look out.
Right, I am hungry, actually. Great segue, because we're about to jump into the NFL. The preseason is in full swing this weekend with all 32 teams joining the fray. Let me start with this. Mike, what takes precedence today? Olympic basketball or preseason?
Man, I'm gonna go. Dang it. I'm gonna go football. Yeah, I'm gonna go football.
Tasha?
No, I'm watching basketball. Football, you can watch the first couple of series and be done.
Well, AP says preseason. Much love to you too, Justin. Justin, are you gonna be in the fantasy league again this year? I'm about to set the draft this afternoon. Farrah says Olympic basketball. Y'all, this is going for the gold. Now, I'm about to be a hypocrite and talk out of both sides of my neck. But I'm watching. Speaking of football, right? College football and them bands, it don't get no better than that. She says preseason is trash. Don't say that. Because from 6 to 9, I ain't watching an Olympic nothing. I got a new coaching staff.
Yeah,
the starters are playing in Tennessee. I'm watching my team play. I watched the Philly and Baltimore game last night like it was the divisional round of the playoffs. I was so happy for some damn football. But that's a good question. I think I'm going to do Olympics early. But when them Titans come on at 6, it's a wrap. What up? He says now Nick's got a son that's going number 1 in the draft. And pick a year. Whenever Miles decides to declare for the draft, Nicholas is going to be in that white suit. Okay, Justin says, send me. Okay, I got you. We'll get that to you today, Justin. All right. So I was just wondering, what are we talking about here? So the Titans. That dog said.
That dog said, "Show me your papers."
Yeah, that dog said, "Put 5 on it." AP says, "I'm watching Olympic Prime replay." Mama,
there you
go. But the Titans play at prime time. Mama's like, "Damn, them Titans."
He means it's recorded regardless. So
she's like, "They done broke my heart for the last time." Now, Mike, let's go here because I think Tasha know what subject is next, so she's trying to blame it on the dog. But we're going to come to you because me and you ain't ducking no smoke. So now we got multiple reports coming out that there's a framework in place for all-pro wide receiver from the 49ers, Brandon Aiyuk, to be sent to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tasha, let me start with you on this as a 49er fan. What compensation would you be happy about getting back for Aiyuk, or would you not be happy with any compensation?
I wouldn't be happy with any of that because that's the stupidest damn move that you could make by getting rid of Aiyuk. Now, I do know they said Debo came in, he's in a little bit better shape, but you still need Aiyuk. We need Debo, we need Aiyuk, we need Jennings. We need Aiyuk. That's just the bottom line.
And Ricky Pearsall as well.
But he's hurt, so I'm not counting him. He's hurt. So,
oh Lord, you already got one dude on the in the mass unit.
Yeah.
Oh, Debo.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But no, like I said, reports are saying Debo came in healthier. They said he lost a little weight. I still want Brandon Aiyuk on that other side.
I wouldn't have taken anything for AJ Brown either. So I understand what you mean for that. Like at the time and the where the Titans were, a similar situation to the 49ers. You were getting closer to getting over the hump and getting that championship, and then you sent away one of your best pieces. I don't give a damn what you gave us back. It wasn't worth it. And the team went backwards after that. Mike, reports are that Brandon Aiyuk, who's looking to get paid, turned down a 4-year, $128 million contract from the Patriots, who are going to suck this year. Also, that he's balked at the idea of going to Cleveland. I don't know if that's money related or if that's, championship window related. But he seems okay to go play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have been. Mike, I'm gonna give it to you now. Well, what makes Pittsburgh such a great destination for Aiyuk?
I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. I mean, I don't know. They're nowhere closer than Cleveland is. So it's like, which one do you want? Do you want to win a championship? Because if that was the case, then you would work with your team currently to work on a deal. Because I think the 49ers are closer than Cleveland and the Steelers.
Together.
Yeah, so I don't. So which one do you want? Because if it was money, then you go with the Patriots. Because I heard they overpaid like crazy. So
yeah. They're like, look, we don't have no stars. There ain't nobody taking up the bulk of the cap. We got about 12 rookies on the team at quarterback. Like, so come on over here and take this money. He said no. So I'm like, okay, but my thing is with Pittsburgh. If you're in Pittsburgh, the standard, when Coach Tomlin says the standard is the standard. Well, the standard is just getting above 500 now.
Yeah, I was like, what's that?
He's been that way for 10 years. So does Aiyuk, Tasha, let me ask you this, because you've seen Aiyuk play, and we've seen how dominant he was and how important he was to Brock Purdy. Do you think that he can get Coach Keep a job over he just had another winning season, huh? Can they make some noise with Aiyuk?
I mean, I don't really think that they're like, we're one wide receiver away from achieving what we need. Their offensive line is garbage. You're still rotating quarterbacks. Justin Fields, I know it was preseason, but
their coach is garbage. That's why
he had like 2 or 3 fumbles in preseason. And then they say something about he led the league in fumbles or something when he was in Chicago.
He did. Good job by you.
Russell has an injured calf. We don't know what he's going to be. We saw him in Denver, but I don't really put all that on him, what happened in Denver.
I agree.
It's not like they're one wide receiver away from winning. It's their offense. Their offensive line is the problem.
Well, they wait a minute. Here we go. Excuse you, Mike. Don't talk about my coach.
There you go. Because I already say it ain't no Mike Tomlin slander. That's why I didn't even comment. Because Mike, I'm gonna have a pair of black forces delivered to you. Let me call him.
Look, they got on them SpongeBob shoes, thinking they scared somebody. Ain't nobody scared of the Steelers no more.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the Steelers. Like you said, they're fighting for 500.
Mike, right? Mike, you
Mike,
know.
Coach Tomlin said, "What size you wear?"
I wear size 11.
Okay, he wears 11. And he said, Paul, he just going to send them all in one big swoop because he forgot you because he was busy last week.
Okay, well, go ahead and send mine to a 13 for me, and I'll wear them SpongeBob shoes and go on about my business and root for my Titans. But
y'all want white socks or black?
Oh, I'm kind of old. What's the new thing now, Mike? Because I don't think they wear black ankle socks no more, do they?
I hope you do.
They wear all the high ones now.
Right, I was going to say ankle socks are outdated now. Like, it's hard for me to keep up with this. But Nisi Poo, Denise, my lovely, beautiful Nisi Poo. Jeff Fisher 2.0 is your boy.
No.
He's left.
No. No Mike T slander. No Mike T slander.
Brandon Aiyuk.
It's an intervention.
Right. No, right, for real. It's time to have a TED talk. Brandon Aiyuk is going to get Mike Tomlin fired. He needs to just stay away from the star players. Just make sure that TJ Watt is still in the defensive player of the year running every year. And that he keeps he's already got his built-in excuse again for this year because
keep saying you're rebuilding. Just keep saying that.
Because now he got Justin Fields, who he ain't about nothing. Russell Wilson is on his way out the door.
I mean, you rebuilding, but why are you not rebuilding? And Mike Tomlin is a phenomenal coach, and he knows what he's supposed to be doing. The offensive line was the main issue last year. You had injuries on defense, and they were still out there only allowing under 20 points a game. It's the offensive line.
Y'all, man, breakdancing is on right now. Tasha, turn your TV on in the background.
I'm glad we're reporting.
I am too. I'm trying to stay focused. Mike Tomlin.
That on now.
Mike Tomlin. I can't think of a person who's gotten more. You and Aaron Rodgers have gotten more out of one ring than anybody in the history of sports. If Santonio Beard didn't toe tap in the corner of the end zone out there against Larry Fitzgerald, who was on his way to be Super Bowl MVP, by the way, with that second half performance, then Mike Tomlin will be on Colorado's coaching staff with Dion. Black, white, cream, Croatian, albino. You got to come with more than 9 wins, Mike Tomlin. I don't give a damn. You got to.
Oh yeah, he got that nice little extension. But yeah, he's gonna have to have at least one playoff win. But I'm never gonna say anything bad about Mike Tomlin ever.
That's fair enough.
I got an update as far as the men breakdancing. They're going off, so it's definitely better.
Y'all, when you ask me how my day is going, and I tell you, it's just going okay. This is the meme I'm gonna send you. It's going okay. It's going all right. When I send you this picture, my day is not good and it ain't bad. It's just okay.
It's just 500, you know.
Yeah, I'm just.
Again, there will not be any Mike Tomlin slander.
He looking over at the GM like, I'm about to blame you for this season, right? That's who we looking at right there at the GM, like, I'm about to blame you for the. She's like, oh wait a minute. She says it's worse. Oh my God, y'all! I got to get to TikTok real quick. She says the men's breakdancing is hurting my soul. Send help, Mike. You got your shoes on.
Let's go.
If y'all hadn't seen Mike drunk at a masquerade party, y'all really have.
Got my chanclas on.
I could. Is that the one that you throw at the kids from across the room? Is that the shoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flip flop.
Mike, I think we need to go out there and do the old kid and play routine that we did at the masquerade ball back in 2015. I think we can go out there and at least get the synchronized doubles bronze or something.
Yeah.
Digress. All right, we're rounding into the top of the hour as we get y'all set for our take. We're going to continue our countdown to kickoff with the NFC North this week. Let's start with the Bears because Caleb Williams is set to make his preseason debut today against Buffalo here in just about an hour.
Where's D at? D.
So, look, somewhere smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I'd be nervous too.
Like, Lord, between the Titans and the Bears, y'all trying to take me up out of here. At least my Wolverines got a title. I can chill on my Titans this year because we the reigning the champs. Now she says start breaking down them Amazon boxes at Inchworm.
That's what I'm saying. Cardboard boxes in the alley doing the windmill.
Me and Mike can link hands and at least do the tick while I tick it down to you.
No, you got a space big enough for me to dance down there. Wait till I get there and I do that spin on my back. You like a cockroach.
Tasha, real quick, can you catch the tick? There you go. Wrong side. There you go. Let's do it just one more time. Hey. Only on the extra point are you going to see Olympic breakdancing that actually is palatable to your eye. We actually will have an evening show today after the men's Olympic game around 6. All right, scheduling update. Make sure you catch that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Chicago, Michigan, Mike. They never had a 4,000-yard passer in the history of the franchise. And this is like one of the oldest franchises in the history of sports.
They never
Why in the hell in 22? Mike. True or false? Buy or sell? Are you buying that Caleb Williams will break that streak for the Bears this year?
Sell.
Damn. That was so quick. I'm going to come to you, Tasha. She told you. She told you. This is the age, Denise, you're getting to the age to where you become the parent. You know, we're at that stage. We're at that stage of life when the kids become the parent. So you stay on her.
That long getting the tooth. Damn.
They're breakdancing like my over 50 bucks. No, mama. Now, y'all would not know this, but my mama used to be a prolific pop locker. She used to do it in the mirror with us, and me and my brother would just get so tickled to see, like, rerun. She had rerun, like, down to the – that woman is so amazing. I love her. Yeah, stay your ass off the floor. She's all of us.
I can't wait till I get to Texas and do that on the floor. You got enough space for me, dog?
Whitney Houston and CeCe Winder said, call on me. Just call on me, Farrah, if you need me. If you need me, I'll be there. I still got it. Damn, what y'all talking about? But look,
me breakdancing on the floor.
Now, I will say this. When Tasha first came to visit me in Texas, she stood in front of my TV and did the whole Pump It Up MC Hammer video. And I was literally, I think that was the picture where I tried to get in my own trash can. And
oh, yeah, you know I'm getting ready to find that, so keep talking.
I jumped in the trash can and waited on the trash people to come take me out and throw me in the dumpster after I saw her do that. But Mike, let's go a little bit deeper into your quick dismissal of Caleb Williams' success this year. He has Keenan Allen. DJ Moore was a beast last year. They got Roma Dunze. They got DeAndre Swift as running back. You don't think those weapons are enough for him to get over the 4,000-yard hump?
And I didn't hear you say anything about their offensive line either. So
thank you.
Well,
he needs an offensive line to throw the ball.
Right. Her back already jacked up.
I got an adjustment, y'all. I've been walking upright for the last 2 weeks.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, since they did that, okay, let's play over and under, and I'm going to come back to that offensive line issue that you just talked about because y'all are about to appraise a quarterback who had a bad offensive line too, and I just want to see if y'all keep that same smoke. Tasha, they won 7 games last year, 7-10. They have a lot of new additions this year, but let's set the over or under at 8.5 wins. You're taking the over or under for the Bears this year?
Under. I just can't. I have no faith in that organization, and it stems with me from the head coach.
She said, T-Sizzle, when you come, I'm having a GDG for all y'all get drunk gathering, and we can have a breakdance off, Tasha. Now that we're the Negro Spade League champions, then we can be the dancing champions too.
Long as I make that plane, what is it, Wednesday, the following week, Farrah?
We'll make sure you get to that plane.
I drink Brown.
Trust me. And I'm going to quickly digress to answer AP Colton's question. What kind of talent do the Titans have this season? I'm glad you asked because we added Calvin Ridley, wide receiver. That was me jumping in the trash can after I saw her doing the Pump It Up video from MC Hammer. That's a true story. So we got Calvin Ridley, wide receiver. We have Tony Pollard, running back from Dallas, coming over to pair with Tajay Spears. We have L'Jarius Sneed, one of the top cornerbacks in the league from Kansas City, 3-time champion. He comes over. We also have Chiga Wuzie from Cincinnati, previously at Dallas, to show up our secondary. We signed a couple of safeties we signed Jamal Adams. We got some pieces, AP. It's gonna be all right. Mama, don't laugh. You're gonna hurt my feelings.
We could talk more about that AFC South. What was that? No, second to last one, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do that the second to last. Okay, so let's go to Green Bay. So Jordan Love had a phenomenal season. He had over 4,100 yards passing, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He was sacked 30 times. Y'all believe in Jordan Love, though, right? You believe, Tasha?
All I know about Jordan Love is, and I'm gonna go back a few years. When everybody kept saying, "Oh, he was a bust, he was this, he was that," all I kept saying when he was behind Aaron Rodgers, I was like, "Y'all ain't never seen the boy play. Y'all don't know what he can do." I saw Jordan Love. I like what he put on the field last season. I'm not going to give. how do I say this? And this is no Cowboy slander. It's actually Cowboy praise. I think had the Cowboys been on their game, I don't think Green Bay would have won that game. But in that game, Jordan Love outplayed Dak Prescott, and
Without a doubt,
and he
without
was
a doubt,
damn good doing it.
and he was a lot more efficient than
Right.
Dak was.
So
as well.
I'm more inclined to believe in Green Bay because they actually have decent play at quarterback and kind of throughout the whole team. They're kind of balanced enough that could get them over, 7-8 wins.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's two different organizations right now. Green Bay went through the Bears phase, not as long, but they went through a phase of like, oh, they have a whole bunch of young talent. We don't really know what they're going to do. They started out as low. Now that they've proven themselves as a team is different. The Bears, we don't really know. So that's why we're saying, I'm going to say you're shooting for 500 as your win this year. And that's what we're saying.
I agree with that, Mike. I think that to tread water would be a victory for Chicago. That may not be a victory for Matt Eberflus, but who the hell cares about Matt Eberflus? You had plenty of chances to get that together. Will the Titans keep Malik Willis? Malik Willis has been playing great in Bill O'Brien's new offense, according to all of the Titans beat reporters, and he will get a lot of play during the preseason, Melanie. So we'll know a little bit more about that. Ask me next week after we get to see him play for a half tonight against San Francisco. Tasha, you're muted.
Are you guys really sold on Will Levis, or do you what do you, as a Titans fan, what is your true belief in Will Levis?
As a Titans fan, I am encouraged by the fact that the word that Mike likes to use a lot is dog, that he does have dog in him. He did pull the team together and get them to the Bahamas to work out together as a team. He's showing leadership. I think sometimes that new is better than to just keep trotting Tannehill back out there, like you say, proper stick in his back and hope for the best. That they've turned the page. They're trying something new, and I applaud the Tennessee Titans for at least saying, okay, this didn't work. That had a nice little run, but that's a shelf life. Let's turn the page. I want to see what he does in an offense that's predicated on the quarterback being successful, because it's hard to gauge Will Levis when you're handing the ball off to Derrick Henry 35 times a game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And see, that to me, that's going to be the key. You do not have, you no longer have your security blanket, Linus, and walking around like this. You don't have that anymore.
The thing I like about the Titans, how they do their quarterback is they ask him, okay, well, what do you need to be successful? And they're like, oh, I need this. Okay, here you go, Mariota. Here's your star receiver. Now go do something. Oh, I can't throw that far. Okay, you're gone. I think this is Will Levis's year to prove that he's the man. If he's not, then I think Titans are in a good spot that they can focus on the quarterback position. And I do believe if he's not successful, then they are one quarterback away from that next level.
She says Jesus has been playing with the 49 tonight. And speaking of 49ers, shouts out to Keyshawn Vaughn, who will make his preseason debut.
That's my shout out.
I will save that then. I will save that. But to Mike's point, I love what you said about the Titans and kind of moving off of the quarterback. It's to Tasha's point, it's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is you did know that you have Derrick Henry to rely on. The part that I'm encouraged by in the post Derrick Henry era is that we're less predictable. When Derrick Henry was on the field, 99% of the time they knew we were going to run. You saw him getting hit in the backfield later on in his career. With Tony Pollard and with Tajay Spears, they're so interchangeable and they're both such great receivers that we're not going to be as predictable. Hopefully we throw a little more on first down. And when Mike said as far as getting you weapons, they did go out and sign Calvin Ridley. They do have DeAndre Hopkins. They did bring in two running backs that can catch. Now the offensive line is still a question mark. And we know that everything starts and finishes with the offensive line, but we shall see. And Martrice says, I believe that's what she meant to say. Okay. Now, let's go to Detroit real quick, the Lions. They were a couple of questionable calls from their head coach away from going to their first ever Super Bowl last year. Mike, is it Super Bowl or bust for Detroit, or is it still too early to have those kind of expectations?
Yeah, I think it's still too early. I think winning the NFC Championship or getting back there, I mean, they did that, right? Like, been there, done that. Now it's time to level up a little bit. I would say getting to the Super Bowl would be cool. I don't know about winning. It's not winning or bust. I don't think so.
So you would tailor it to its NFC Championship victory, NFC champions or bust after coming so close to winning on the road. Okay,
yeah,
that's fair enough. Tasha, Detroit brought back all of their key pieces on offense. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the two running backs that were dynamic last year. Jared Goff got his money. Penei Sewell just got re-signed, their top left tackle. Is it Super Bowl or bust in the Motor City for you?
I can't necessarily say super. You know what? Yeah. And you know why? You know why I'm gonna be this petty? Because of what Amon-Ra St. Brown said about Michigan.
Enlighten us. What did he say?
Get it to the Super Bowl. He was like, "Oh, their time is up."
I'm gonna just flash this.
So yeah, I like to see you get to the Super Bowl,
Mike. Because last time I checked, the only thing that made the state of Michigan proud, the MIT proud, was the University of Michigan. Am I mistaken? Has it been the Detroit Tigers? It damn sure ain't been the Pistons in about 20 years.
The last thing that made Detroit proud was Axel Foley.
Damn it. Last but not least with the NFC North, Mike. The official depth chart was just released by the Minnesota Vikings, and my God, I gotta look up his name. What's his name again? Sam Darnold is listed as QB1.
Yeah.
How long do you give it before it's JJ McCarthy? Don't you start laughing, Mike? Go.
I'd say third or fourth game.
Tasha. Come on with the slander so I can zap your ass up out of this show.
I mean, y'all know how I felt about Sam Darnold when he was our backup.
Say something about JJ. So go ahead. Look,
I already told you JJ gonna get somebody fired.
I got the mouse pad. I'm about to clack.
They need who else do they have up there at quarterback? They need to, I mean, JJ's gonna
JJ is who they got at quarterback.
JJ's gonna be better than whoever they have at third string. I guarantee you that. And I actually think he's better than Sam Darnold. I wouldn't put
one game.
I would not put nothing weighted on no damn Sam Darnold.
You can't.
I'm surprised he's still quarterback.
Right. When he was our backup, I was like, Lord, please don't let nothing happen to that boy, because we screwed. We screwed.
Was this the case where they said they decided to play Christian McCaffrey instead of him in the NFC Championship game? They said, Christian, you go out there and run the wing team.
Yeah.
We just gonna
go run the Wildcat. Go ahead.
You run. That's it. Said hut and run.
Don't you say said hut?
Said hut.
JJ is my Mike Tomlin. That man beat Ohio State 3 years in a row, won 3 Big Ten championships, beat Saban, and won me a national championship. If JJ is in the streets fighting, I will get stabbed 34 times to tell him to get on the
That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
And so is Joe Milton. Shouts out to JoJo. Shouts out to JoJo.
Yeah, shut up.
Shouts out to JoJo. All right, Mike, who you shouting out? It's almost game time.
I'm going to shout out all the fantasy football commissioners. I know it's time. I know there's a lot of things to organize. I know there's a lot of messages to get back from. Oh, speaking of Paul, I need your votes. No, I'm just kidding. I already have that. So shout out to all the commissioners. They have a tough job. They do this for free. So be nice to your commissioners out there.
She said they didn't let the little Christian boy from Florida stay in the league because Tim Tebow sucked.
You know what?
he went to he became a tight end. Like
he was the gunner on punt returns. That's what they did to him.
One miraculous play in Denver when
in the playoffs.
The late great Demaryius Thomas to get him that victory in that wild card game. That's all he's ever done.
It's only on the extra part where you'll get a Demaryius Thomas reference, right? Just randomly, like these two right here. Like I got my money on them. Tasha, who are you shouting out today?
Okay, since everybody kept trying to take my damn thunder.
Sorry.
I'm going to shout out. First of all, y'all know I always shout out my baby girl, especially because she's out there doing positive stuff. She is working a golf tournament in Tulsa, and it is literally so hot out there that when you step outside, it's like you open up your door and step right into the pits of hell.
Yep.
But that's neither here nor there. My last shout out comes to our classmate and her son, she sent me this message early, y'all. When I say early, Tamika sent this message early. Guess who Keyshawn will be playing with this weekend? I said, who? She said the 49ers, LOL. If y'all know, Tamika hates the 49ers. She hates them.
I do too.
So one thing she said, don't say anything to anyone until it's out, like Saturday, laugh out loud, or maybe. She said they would say something today. She said she didn't put it on Facebook. So shouts out to our nephew, one Keyshawn Vaughn, who signed a contract with the 49ers. So that's our shout out. You saw his cousin and his aunt, Miss Sheila, giving us little shout outs and the heads up about Keyshawn. But we're very, very proud of Keyshawn for everything he's done. He was down there in Tampa when they won the Super Bowl. So we're just very proud of Keyshawn. Keep doing good. Proud of Tamika for raising educated, smart. All of Tamika's children are very smart. Graduated high school with honors, everything. So just shouts out to Tamika as well.
And the quick over-under, Tasha. Over-under on how many Marylands are going to be at that game today? I'm going to say that at 12.
It's going to be Maryland's. It's going to be Dennis's. It's going to be people from North.
That family going deep, y'all. They're like the household.
They all going to be there.
They rock. There's something that there's an energy around a close family, like a close-knit unit when there's a lot of them together, and you could tell that there's really like a bond there. It's a glow. It's an energy. I call it a force field around family. A lot of times those families, they all live to be old age too. You ever notice those close families? All of them be like 90 years old. Martrice, we telling the truth. It's gonna be 100 of y'all in them stands tonight. When
area. I told her she got to start putting hashtag FTTB, and she said, "What's that?" I said, "Faithful to the babe."
Y'all know I love the Marylands like I love cooked food, but y'all holding that L tonight. This is all about Willie Levis and Malik. Malik, I'm gonna let you know right now. If you slip up on that banana peel tonight, we're gonna call up New England and go get JoJo. We're gonna bring JoJo back home since he went.
Ain't no way they're letting go of JoJo.
Right. It ain't no way. Hell, we might wind up with Drake May the way this looking. BJ was invited by the Titans, so Miles will be there.
Okay.
All right, Miles. That's something, Miles.
They gonna put a suit on Miles. The Titans need him.
No. We gonna wait so him to get called number one. Get your money first. Don't run out there and do them damn Titans no favors. No, cut the check, Amy. You cut the check, then we're gonna put God's son on out there. But no, and as much as I would love him to play for the Titans, we going to the highest bidder. Hashtag Eli Manning. We ain't doing that. We're going to the highest bidder, the Titans. Denise, they need to have a contract ready for Miles to sign today. Right. Right. Cut the check. Black guy from France looked like he practiced on a cardboard box sizzle. Look, I got to get out here and watch some France. I want to give a shout out to my nephew Carter, who has a football game today. Go Una. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Angela, who's celebrating her anniversary today, because Maria, who had a birthday, and to all of the parents, I want to give y'all a shout out for getting y'all kids back off to school and pray that they have a safe school year. Carter had a 9 a.m. weigh-in. He told me he lost 7 pounds last week. How did you do that, nephew?
Dang.
Carter wears a size 11 shoe, y'all. He's 10.
Yeah. Now then y'all wonder why I be Ubering part-time, because he be wanting Roblox and all of this other stuff, and them shoes are expensive. And anything he wants, Uncle is going to get for him. BJ got a bunch of linemen that can suit up. No, we talking about Miles. We don't care about the rest of them damn linemen.
Yeah, this John.
The hell going on around here?
Trees, tell him put on a Titans jersey and some pads, just in case. Say, you get in.
No, cut the check. Now, if you need to block for your cousin, going over to San Francisco, because they ain't trying to pay Leonard, your boy,
Trent Williams.
They ain't trying to pay Trent Williams. Going out there, Miles. We love you too, AP Culture. We're out of here. We'll see you in 6 days and 23 hours. Until then, Mike, how do we close the show?
Go Blue.
Peace. There she go with the bar.